Today's clip is from a coaching call earlier this week with a business owner who's trying to decide if he should learn to do Facebook ads himself or work with an external consultant. We talked about the concept of evaluating what to invest your time in and what to use your money for. Here's the clip.
Yeah, I understand what you mean. I challenge you though to reconsider that. Just because I don't think the best use of your time is learning how to do Facebook and YouTube ads. I think the majority of your time should be spent on getting new customers. I think that's really where your business is going to see the most amount of improvement. And also, I think there's this subtle line between what business owners need to pay for and versus what they should do themselves. Let me explain a little bit more. So a lot of people think that when they reach out to an expert, like a marketing expert or a consultant, the prices they get are a little too high, and they go, well, I can do it myself for much lower. Well, it's true that likely you can. I mean, like you're going through right now, learning how to do Facebook ads and everything like that. It's probably going to take you some time before you get good at it, before you actually start to see results, right? So we'll say, the course you're taking, that's a 3-day long course. You're doing it in your spare time, and then after that, you're going to start to launch ads and test it, and it's going to be maybe about 1 or 2 weeks of you dedicating a significant amount of effort before you see results. Now, the 1 or 2 weeks that you spend dedicating to doing this new skill that really isn't and shouldn't be within your core focus is going to be spent on that versus on your business. So rather than spending those 1 or 2 weeks of that time on getting new customers and growing your business and being able to increase your revenue, you're spending it on using a skill that's there to just save you a minuscule amount of money, right? The other thing I'd suggest is look at it over time. By spending those 1 or 2 weeks, how much revenue could you be generating in your business, right? If taking the DIY approach, say, is going to save you $1,200, from working with a marketing consultant to put together a strategy and an ad campaign and everything and launch it, can you make $1,200? Can you generate $1,200 in your business by spending that time in 1 or 2 weeks? Because if you can, your time is likely going to be spent better in that area than it is in learning this new skill just to save a couple of $100s, right? As a business owner, one thing you need to keep in mind is you want to spend as much of your time as you can on high leveraged activities that are going to help you bring in more revenue, rather than activities that are, washing the dishes and mopping the floor, things that fundamentally the business needs to do, but isn't going to move it forward. Because being the captain of the ship means your responsibility is to move the ship forward, because no one else is going to do that. I mean, you can hire people to do it, but it's fundamentally up to you to make sure that the direction of the business is going in a direction you want it to go, right? So spending time doing, learning Facebook ads and all of that, while it can be very fulfilling, it can be great. And if you want to pursue it for those reasons, it's great. I don't want you to look at it through the lens of you're saving $1,200 by not speaking with that marketing consultant, because you're actually not. You might be saving $1,200 on that specific transaction, but in the long haul, you're probably losing several $1,000s, because in 2 weeks of time, you can generate opportunities worth more than it costs to invest in that marketing plan. Does that make sense? Sort of. So there's a bit of a fine balance between it. I mean, fundamentally, you have to kind of weigh the pros and cons of each approach. Generally, the rule set I use is, if I can generate that revenue for what that thing costs by spending the amount of time it's going to take me to get meaningful results from that thing, I'm going to hire someone to do it, right? If the amount of learning is far beyond what I'm willing to invest in, I'm going to hire someone to do it. Now, on the other hand, if I'm looking at something and I'm going, you know what, this is a skill that I can put in place in all my businesses. This is a skill that, yes, engaging this contractor is going to be more cost effective, but me learning this skill is going to have, an impact on my business for years to come. Then in that situation, I would choose the DIY approach. But even then, I would try to engage with that contractor in almost a consultation basis, so I can have them guiding me, leveraging their expertise to help me gain an understanding of what I need to know in that skill so that I can use it for years to come. I hope that makes sense.
Let me know in the comments below if you found that clip useful, as well as how you evaluate what you're going to spend your time on versus what you're going to spend money on. If you're a freelancer or first-time business owner and you're struggling to get your business to grow predictably, in the description below, you'll find a link for a complimentary one-on-one session with me. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos like this, which I release every Wednesday.